Since the insurrection is back in the news because we just had the anniversary of Donald Trump's domestic terrorist supporters storming our Capitol building, we get this commentary. Pelosi's insurrection. Without the offered National Guard present, if you have not figured out why they did not want the NG there then, and he goes on to explain how stupid I am. So we're going to get into how Nancy Pelosi plays exactly zero fucking role in the Washington, D.C. National Guard in just a moment. But quick question for you. If the people that were going to go to Washington, D.C. were Trump supporters, and they were there for a peaceful protest to the certification of the election, why would there be a need to have National Guard there? Demanding that National Guard be present for your own supporters, as Trump claims he did, tells me that you know your supporters are going to get violent, and therefore you need thousands of soldiers to counteract that. Why would they be violent if they were being called to Washington, D.C. for a peaceful protest? Furthermore, as some other people have indicated, is their belief, if they were Nancy Pelosi's people, if it was Antifa and left-leaning people there to make Trump and Trump supporters look bad, why would she need to have the National Guard there? She was in complete control of the situation, according to folks like you, right? Now, on to what you don't seem to know, which is who controls and has the authority to activate the Washington, D.C. National Guard. The commanding general of the D.C. Army National Guard is subordinate solely to the President of the United States. This authority to activate the D.C. National Guard has been delegated by the President to the Secretary of Defense and further delegated to the Secretary of the Army. At no point in time, let me repeat that, at no point in time can the Speaker of the House activate the D.C. National Guard or decline the activation of the D.C. National Guard. The President can do that. Furthermore, the D.C. Army National Guard is the only National Guard unit out of all of the 54 states and territories which reports only to the President. So, not only does Nancy Pelosi not have the authority to activate the National Guard, and not only does Nancy Pelosi not have the authority to tell the President of the United States, no, you're not sending the National Guard here, the only person that could have had all of those thousands of troops that Trump claims he wanted there is Trump himself. Had Trump wanted 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,000 D.C. National Guard troops around the Capitol building to stop his own supporters, which doesn't make any sense, he's the only person that could have done that. He could have delegated it to other people in the chain of command, but it stops and starts with him. Your entire narrative and Trump's entire narrative about how this is Nancy Pelosi's fault is 100% bullshit, and further shows that none of you fucking people understand how any of this fucking shit actually fucking works.